Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to have the next tasting of Beer 15 in my 2-hop series featuring Cascade and Centennial. Now, going forward down the road, depending on when you're watching this, I do plan on doing other 2-hop series, like a Amarillo and a Citra, and maybe Mosaic and, I don't know, Warrior or something. I doubt Warrior because that's usually used at the beginning of the boil. But just 2 different hops made about 20 different ways, and we'll see what we can get. So this is the next tasting of beer number 15. This is using 2 pounds, 4 ounces of 2-row, 0.25 ounces of Centennial at 60 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Cascade at 10 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Centennial, at 5 minutes. The difference between this one and beer number 14 is this is using 0.5 ounces of Centennial for the dry hop. Any of the other ones, or all of the other ones besides beer 14 and beer 15, have used 0.25 ounces of Centennial and Cascade 3 days into fermentation for the dry hop. This was bottled on 10.5, 6.73% ABV. I can't see beer 14 as I just did that one. Beer 14 was 6.53%, so this one is a touch higher. Now that could be because it was a little warmer during fermentation. Usually I do it in the basement, so it is kind of cold. So maybe on that week or whatever, it was 2 degrees hotter or something, or my mash in was a little bit lower, so we got more sugar extracted. Let's go ahead and open this, get it into a glass, and see what we think. Nice hiss, good smoke on there. We are starting to get a lot of bubbles coming up. We'll see if this one does the same thing. Being 5-6 months old right now, I am starting to see even the smaller pearl carbonation tablets are starting to be overcarbed. So if you're new to home brewing, or if you don't bottle regularly, make sure you watch that when you do bottle a beer. Usually I do keg, but with these small batches that I'm making, I always want to bottle it because I would have to have so many kegs, and my wife would kill me for hooking all them up. I think right now I probably have 40 beers that I've made that are all around everywhere, so that wouldn't be good having 40 kegs sitting around. Off-white khaki-ish head, about a finger of head, not as big of head as beer 14 had. Bubbles on the side are compact like dish soap. Color, this one does have more settlement in it. My guess is because it was a little overcarbed, or it started a little sooner in the bottle, because I do bottle directly out of the fermenter. It did stir that stuff up. It's not going to hurt you, but yeah, I would say dirty yellow in color, lots of bubbles. A lot hazier than beer number 14, but like I said, I've got Trube floating in there. I've got some hot particles in there. So, but what are you gonna expect from a beer this old? Let's go ahead and smell. See if we get any more citrus. Centennial usually gives me like a lemon citrus, a bigger citrus. So we'll see if that dry hop, that double dry hop of Centennial helped this one. I do get some like lemon citrus in there. The floral, though, it seems like that floral and lemon citrus are about on the same plane, and it's a bigger smell than beer number 12. Yeah, I didn't put anything down. This smells, it's almost like they mix well, but I would like to see a little bit more citrus, as I did use more Centennial than Cascade in this one. I got stuff floating already. Maybe a little bit of biscuit in there, like older biscuit, but for 5-6 months old, what do you expect? Let's go ahead and taste. Overcarbed. There is more pretty much all the way through. A lot more lemon citrus than beer number 14. A bigger like bitterness on the back, almost like if you used a lemon rind in there, like in secondary or after primary is done, just threw some in there, or maybe even at the end of the boil just to drive that bitterness up some. It does taste older, like that lemon citrus mixed with that toasted bread, a touch of floral. Seems older to me, tastes older. The carbonation is very high, it is scraping. It is kind of hard to get like a real taste of it in there, but the aftertaste is almost what I'm going by, in that lemon citrus slightly toasted bread isn't really that good to me. I'll have to go back and watch the video I did with all 20 of these. I bet you I did like this one more than beer number 14 then. But yeah, I think that bitterness doesn't mix very well with that older citrus taste. But technically these are IPAs, almost pushing double IPAs. You shouldn't probably let them sit this long. I think we've had a couple that have been good, but the majority of them, I would say drink within 3 months or dump them. That's the good thing about making these small batches. Now, I kind of went a little bit overboard just so we could draw it out and see what happens to them. As I know, a lot of videos, they do show you how to brew, but for some people you might not be able to drink a whole keg in 2 months, so you might have it 3-4 months down the road. So this is kind of a good test to see will it last. But like I said, most IPAs you probably shouldn't let go that long. Drink them fresh. If they're 6 months old, depending on how much you have, taste it. If it's not the best, dump it and make more, is how I look at it. But yeah, this one isn't that good. I will do a side-by-side of this one and beer number 14, but definitely one I would not let age. So if you enjoyed this video, watch some more homebrew videos over here. And until next time, happy brewing.